Have you ever found yourself wondering, why am I chanting so much, but nothing seems to change? Or maybe you've asked this, I've called the Buddha's name a million times. Why do I still feel alone? Welcome back, friends. It's an honor to have you here again, walking this journey of insight and discovery with me. Today, we're entering a space that many spiritual practitioners find both confusing and painful: the experience of chanting, of praying, of calling out with devotion, yet receiving no apparent answer. Why does this happen? Where is the Buddha when we need him? And more importantly, is there a key we're missing in our practice? The answer is hidden not in the volume or quantity of our chanting, but in the very heart of it. In fact, the Buddha himself gave us a revelation that shakes the foundation of everything we assume about spiritual merit. He said that while some may chant millions of times without transformation, there are 10 sincere calls, just 10, that contain more power, more merit, and more karmic weight than all the hollow repetitions in the world. Let's dive into this mystery. Imagine a person who recites the Buddha's name 100,000 times a day. On paper, that looks impressive. Friends admire them. Others assume they must be highly advanced. But what if, inside, that person is filled with doubt? What if their chanting is robotic, driven by ego, guilt, or even competition? What if it's a checklist, out of calling? Or imagine someone else, perhaps a struggling parent, tired elder, heartbroken soul who's never studied scriptures. One night, overwhelmed by pain, they place their hands together and whisper, Chmishabas. Tears flow, the voice shakes, but the heart opens fully. At one chant, a single, trembling sound reaches beyond rounds of it, because sincerity is everything. In Buddhism, we call this one-punted faith. It's the moment when your mind, your heart, and your being are united in trust. You're not chanting from obligation. You're chanting from the raw center of your soul. That's when the gates open. That's when the Buddha hears. Esther Chandeo, a revered Pure Line teacher, once wrote, even if one calls upon the Buddha's name only 10 times, if done with absolute faith and longing, rebirth in the Pure Line is assured. He wasn't exaggerating. He was describing a spiritual law deeper than numbers, the law of vibrational alignment. Let's explore what happens when we chant without sincerity. You might chant while scrolling your phone, while your mind races with plans, judgments, or distractions, while your mouth speaks, but your heart is elsewhere, and you may wonder, why don't I feel anything? Because chanting is not magic. It's not a transaction. It's not the number of times, it's the depth of connection. Think of it like this. You can say I love you to someone 1,000 times without meaning it. Or you can look into their eyes once, with full presence, and say those 3 words and change both your lives forever. The Buddha's name is like that. Million mindless chants are like raindrops hitting concrete. They scatter, they evaporate, but one sincere call is like a seed planted in fertile soil. Takes root, blooms. And the irony is, most of us start out with sincerity. The first time we chant, it comes from longing, remove. But over time, we begin to focus on numbers. We count, we measure, we compare. We forget why we began. The path becomes performance. The practice becomes pressure. But it doesn't have to be this way. Let's return to the Buddha's words, 10 sincere calls. That's all. There's a story of an old mind who had never practiced Buddhism. As he lay dying, a mind came to his bedside. The mind whispered, just say the Buddha's name, just once, with your whole heart. The man had no strength for rituals, no time for learning. He closed his eyes. You breathe the name, Chmishabas, with all the love and fear and surrender in his heart, and he passed with a smile. Witnesses said the air in the room changed. Lightness, peace, presence. That's the power of sincerity. And it's available to you right now, not after a decade of practice, not after reading 100 sutras, not after reaching perfection, but in this very moment, if your heart is ready. So how do we return to sincerity? First, pause before chanting. Aggression, sit, raise, ask yourself, why am I doing this? Let the question open your heart, and speak the name out loudly. mechanically, but as if you're calling someone you love. Second, drop the numbers. Unding for 10,000. In for one pure chant, unreal moment. Third, let yourself feel. Let your voice tremble. Let your eyes close. Let your tears fall. The Buddha does not need perfection. He responds to truth. Fourth, stop comparing. Your path is yours. Your chant is sacred. There is no competition in awakening. Fifth, invite the Buddha as if he's already here, because he is. When you chant, you're not calling across space. You're peeling away the layers that hide his presence. And here's something beautiful. Even when your chant is weak, or distracted, or half-hearted, the Buddha still responds. Not because your chant is strong, but because his compassion is infinite. But if you want to feel that response, if you want to taste the nectar of connection, then sincerity is the bridge. Let me share a personal reflection. There was a night, years ago, when I was struggling, had doubts, felt empty. I thought, why chant? It doesn't work. But something in me whispered, try once more. So I lit a candle. I sat on the floor, whispered the name just once. But this time, I wasn't trying to fix anything. Wasn't seeking results. Just wanted to say thank you. And something shifted. Warmth in my chest, stillness, presence. Not dramatic, not magical, just real. Since then, I've never chanted the same way. And you don't have to either. Your next chant could be the one that opens the sky, not because it's perfect, but because it's honest. So if you've been chanting and feeling nothing, then give up. Unstop. Like do this. Return to your heart. Corrupt the habit. Find the longing. The Buddha is not measuring your voice. He's listening to your soul. And it only takes 10 sincere calls, or one. Will you try that today? Will you put aside the numbers, the expectations, the fear, and just chant from your heart? If you do, something will shift. Maybe not today, maybe not in fireworks, but in the quiet places of your being. You'll begin to remember who you are. You'll begin to feel the echo of a love that never left. Because the Buddha never turned away. He's been here, waiting, not for your perfection, but for your sincerity. Thank you for watching this video. If today's message touched you, please let me know in the comments. Share your story, your doubts, your hopes. You're all walking this path together. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and consider joining our community for deeper content, live sessions, and shared practice. Until next time, may your chants be sincere, may your heart be full, and may the Buddha's light guide you gently home.